What if the challenges you face today could become the foundation for a stronger, more resilient future? What if setbacks weren't just obstacles but opportunities for growth? In Bouncing Forward, Michaela Haas explores the science and stories behind post-traumatic growth, the idea that adversity doesn't just leave scars but can also lead to profound personal transformation. Unlike the common notion of simply bouncing back from hardship, this book teaches us how to move forward, stronger and wiser. Through powerful real-life accounts, cutting-edge research, and practical strategies, Haas shows how resilience can be cultivated and how struggles can lead to deeper purpose and meaning. Whether you're facing personal loss, illness, or any life challenge, this book is a guide to turning pain into strength. Let's dive in and discover how to truly bounce forward. Michaela Haas begins by challenging the widespread belief that trauma inevitably breaks people. While suffering is real and painful, many individuals not only recover from trauma but also experience personal growth as a result. This phenomenon, known as post-traumatic growth, is a well-researched concept that suggests adversity can lead to increased resilience, a greater appreciation for life, and even new opportunities. Haas draws on psychology, neuroscience, and inspiring personal stories to show that hardship, while painful, can be a catalyst for transformation. The book introduces readers to individuals who have faced extraordinary adversity yet emerged with renewed strength and purpose. Among them are war survivors, cancer patients, abuse victims, and people who have lost loved ones. Each story illustrates that resilience is not about denying pain but about navigating it in a way that leads to greater self-awareness and meaning. Haas emphasizes that the key to bouncing forward is not simply endurance but intentional growth. One of the central themes of the book is the idea that trauma does not define a person, what matters is how one responds to it. Haas explains that while some people feel permanently stuck in suffering, others find ways to rebuild their lives in deeply fulfilling ways. The difference often lies in mindset, support systems, and coping strategies. Through a combination of scientific research and compelling narratives, Haas outlines the factors that contribute to post-traumatic growth, including mindfulness, gratitude, social support, and a sense of purpose. Haas explores the neuroscience behind resilience, explaining how the brain changes in response to trauma and how it can be rewired for growth. She discusses studies showing that mindfulness, meditation, and positive psychology techniques can strengthen neural pathways associated with optimism and emotional strength. The brain, she argues, is adaptable, and while trauma leaves its mark, healing and transformation are always possible. This scientific perspective reinforces the book's core message: no matter how deep the wounds, the potential for growth remains. The book also highlights the role of spirituality and meaning in the healing process. Many of the individuals Haas interviews find solace in faith, meditation, or a sense of higher purpose. While she acknowledges that spirituality is deeply personal and not essential for everyone, she illustrates how having a belief system, whether religious, philosophical, or simply a commitment to something greater than oneself, can provide a powerful framework for recovery and growth. A major takeaway from Bouncing Forward is that growth after trauma is not automatic, it requires active engagement. Haas provides practical tools and exercises to help readers cultivate resilience. These include journaling, reframing negative thoughts, practicing gratitude, and finding ways to help others. She emphasizes that small, consistent steps toward healing are more effective than expecting an instant transformation. The process of bouncing forward is gradual, but it is possible for anyone willing to engage with their struggles rather than avoid them. One of the most striking aspects of the book is its discussion of the role of community in resilience. Haas highlights that those who experience post-traumatic growth often have strong support networks. Whether it's family, friends, therapists, or support groups, the presence of compassionate people can make a profound difference. She encourages readers to seek out meaningful connections and to be open to both giving and receiving support. Healing, she argues, is not meant to be a solitary journey. Haas also addresses the myths surrounding resilience, debunking the idea that only certain people are born strong. Instead, she presents resilience as a skill that can be learned and developed. She shares stories of individuals who initially struggled with grief, anger, and despair but, through intentional practices, found strength they never knew they had. This message is empowering. It reassures readers that resilience is not reserved for the lucky or the few, but is accessible to all. A particularly compelling section of the book explores how challenges can lead to a redefinition of personal identity. Many trauma survivors report emerging from their experiences with a clearer sense of who they are and what truly matters to them. Haas discusses how adversity can shift priorities, deepen empathy, and inspire individuals to make meaningful changes in their lives. Whether it's switching careers, starting a nonprofit, or simply appreciating everyday moments more deeply, many who have faced hardship find that their lives take on new direction and purpose. Haas also examines how different cultures approach resilience and healing. Drawing on wisdom from Buddhist traditions, Native American practices, and modern psychology, she presents a diverse range of perspectives on how people throughout history have navigated trauma. She emphasizes that while healing paths may differ, the core principles of resilience, acceptance, connection, and purpose are universal. Throughout the book, Haas provides hope without minimizing pain. She acknowledges that suffering is real and that healing is not about pretending everything is fine. Instead, Bouncing Forward teaches that healing happens when people face their struggles head-on, process their emotions, and take small steps toward growth. She encourages readers to embrace their journeys with patience and self-compassion. As the book progresses, Haas introduces the concept of super survivors, people who not only recover from trauma but go on to thrive in ways they never imagined. She shares examples of individuals who have started movements, launched businesses, or become advocates for change after experiencing deep loss or suffering. These stories highlight the transformative power of adversity and remind readers that even in the darkest moments, there is potential for a brighter future. Toward the end of the book, Haas offers guidance for those who want to support others in their healing process. She explains how to be a compassionate listener, how to avoid toxic positivity, and how to create safe spaces for people to share their struggles. She emphasizes that while no one can take away another person's pain, simply being present and offering kindness can make a tremendous impact. In the final chapters, Haas reflects on the lessons she has learned through her own journey of resilience. She reminds readers that healing is not about returning to the way things were before, but about embracing a new version of themselves, one that is wiser, more compassionate, and more aware of life's preciousness. She leaves readers with the reassurance that no matter what challenges they face, they have the inner strength to not just survive, but to truly bounce forward. Bouncing Forward is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is a book that inspires, educates, and equips readers with the tools to transform adversity into growth. By blending scientific research with heartfelt storytelling, Haas makes it clear that suffering, while painful, does not have to define us. Instead, it can become the foundation for a richer, more meaningful life. Her message is one of hope. No matter what you've been through, you can heal, grow, and create a future that is even better than the past.